Hi everyone, welcome back to another DIY video with moi. So in this video, I am going to transform yet another something that I found at the store. But this time I actually went to the Goodwill and I thrifted some items. And the first item that I wanted to bring to the table were these pants. So these pants are a size 12 months and Austin is only 8 months. So I have some plans on how to redo these, but the one that I think is going to be the best plan is making them into overalls. Now I love a nice pair of overalls and I love camo, so I think that's going to be the route I take. Once I start cutting, then I'll really be sure what trajectory I take. But look at the price of these pants. They were only $198. So definitely a good bargain. And if I can make them into overalls, then it's really going to be a great bargain. So if you want to see how I transform these pants, and you want to see what I transform it into, then keep on watching. The first step in transforming these oversized pants was to take a pair of shorts that actually fit Austin and use them as a sort of pattern. Now, make sure that you account for the seam allowance that you'll need. That way you can get a nice clean finish. And I went ahead and I marked off the area that I was going to cut off with just a piece of chalk. After I cut off the excess fabric from the first leg, I went ahead and I did the same thing to the second leg. I also then went ahead and cut along that middle seam so that I can add snaps later on, because from experience, I know that having snaps there makes it much easier to change the baby. Once I was done with that, I was able to see that I did in fact have enough fabric to make overalls. So I began prepping the fabric to make the front panel. Okay, so I've been at this seam ripping for a while now, so I'm going to go ahead and change my plan because I wanted to save as much of the fabric as I could. But look at this. This is as much as I got done. There is so much thread here because it was a pair of pants. So they really, put a lot of thread on there so you don't bust out of your pants. However, what I'm going to do, because I wanted to have a nice clean finish on the inside as well as the outside, so I don't need to seam rip anything. I'm just gonna go ahead, turn the fabric over inside out, and then I'll go ahead and basically sew a square, and then that'll be the front panel, right? Okay, so now that I have the panel and the pants made, it's time for me to put it on Austin so I can see how far up I want to put the panel. And I also want to take into consideration how much fabric I have to make the straps because because it's limited. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Right? Yeah. Say hi. Hi. So here is the other pant leg. I went ahead and I just cut along the sides and then I sewed it back this way because I want to use this fabric to make the straps that go on the overalls. And the best part is that they're already finished because it was the pant leg, so I won't have to do that. Okay, so I'm here in front of the sewing machine because I just finished sewing on the straps, which I made from the other pant leg. And then I wanted to make a pocket on it, so I ended up taking little bits and pieces that I had left over, and I made this cute little pocket on the front, and then I did a zigzag stitch on there, so it kind of looks distressed like the pants are. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that came out. So I'm gonna show you how I do the snaps on this, so let's do that now. All right, let's put some snaps on this pair of overalls. Now, I will say this little machine is a definite game changer. So if you want to do snaps, I suggest getting this machine. I got it off of Amazon and it came with these snaps. Now, before using this machine, I was using the little snap tool that comes with the snap set. If you buy it from like Joann's or Michael's, it's like normally blue or green. And you have to use a hammer to put the snaps on. And let me tell you, the snap would always move, or I would hammer it too hard and something would not work. But with this tool, you don't gotta worry about any of that. And you know exactly where the snap is gonna be. So that's pretty cool. Another thing that I wanted to mention before I do the snaps and show you how is like this loop technique that you see here. I actually got that idea from a pair of overalls that I bought from a company called Lucy and Yak. So I wanted to give them credit because otherwise I would have been making buttons or putting snaps on this. But I thought this was a really cute way to incorporate that style on something for Austin. But let's get to the snaps so you can see how easy it is. Okay, so here's what the machine looks like up close. Now there's one side that has a hole, an open hole, and then this side doesn't. So what you want to do is the snap side that has a little part that sticks out, that's going to go on this side, and you push it in and it keeps it in there. So you don't have to worry about holding it. And then the other side, I'm going to choose this green one, goes this way. There you go. You also just press it in, make sure it's nice and flat right there. So there you go. Both sides are on there. And without further ado, here is Austin modeling Daddy's latest collection of camo overall realness, honey. I really hope that you enjoyed this DIY and found it inspirational to some extent. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you want to watch more DIY videos like this, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms at Antonio Daniet. I can't wait to see you there and connect with you all and keep on sharing the wonderful ideas that I got coming up. So till next time, bye.